How do you balance it all? How do you separate the wheat from the tare? How do you handle the trash and the treasures? How do you balance it all right in the middle of change? I don't know who this word is for, but before I release this word, know that today you're good enough was good enough. Give yourself some grace because you're dealing with trash and your treasure is hidden. Right in the middle of change, you have the wheat and the tare. God gave this word to me through the Holy Spirit. I said, oh God, how do you handle the trash, the pile of trash, oh God, and while your treasure is hidden? God says you got to dig through. You got to dig through. You got to bypass people, oh God, to find your purpose. You got to, oh God, he says you got to take the heat to get to the help. I don't know who this word is for, but the treasure is in the trash. Your blessing is in your problem. Oh God, the faith that you have is what's going to bring you through. Oh God, know that you're good enough is good enough. Know that you will come through. Know that God is on your side. Oh God, God says you got to dig your way through. Your treasure is in this stuff. Oh God, your blessing is hidden. God says this storm that you're in is going to cease because you are moving ahead. He says all you got to do is adjust yourself. He says all you got to do is look at this thing differently. God says you got to pick up this cross and walk. I don't know who this word is for. I had to pull over to release this word. Oh God, how do you balance everything, oh God, in the middle of this change that you're facing? How do you separate all of this trash? How do you know who's for you and who's against you? God says don't worry about that because he's on your side. You don't need to worry about people. You need to worry about purpose. You don't need to, oh God, worry about the heat. Oh God, remember where your help comes from. You don't have to worry about the rocks they're throwing at you. Oh God, you got to remember, oh God, the God that you serve. Oh God, he's almighty. He's powerful. He's the great God I am. And if he's on your side, no matter how many rocks they throw, oh God, they can't cover you. God says you got to dig your way through this stuff. And you got to push past people. If you don't, you're going to miss this thing. If you don't, you're going to miss this thing. God says through the Holy Spirit, give yourself some grace and dive deep in this thing. Dive deep in this thing. You look around you, there's so much trash. Oh God, the weeds are getting high. Oh God, it looks like you can't see your wheat. Oh God, you're searching for the wheat. God says the reason you're missing the wheat, oh God, is because you're focused on the weeds. Oh God, the weeds are getting tall in your life. You're hearing all this stuff, the distractions, the chatter. Oh God, you're thinking about how they hurt you, what they did, who didn't invite you, who's talking about you, who's for you, who's against you. God says none of that matters. You got to attend to your wheat in this season. You got to attend to your wheat in this season. He says water that, oh God, that's before you. He says don't worry about these dry places. He says because they're not a part of your purpose. Oh God, I don't know who this word is for. God says through the Spirit, mind your wheat. Water your wheat. Oh God, push past these people. Oh God, who's trying to jack your wheat. They're trying to pull your wheat up. Oh God, before you can even harvest it, before the harvest come in, God says they're trying to shake you out of position. Oh God, God says it's not people that you need to mind to. It's your wheat. Oh God, how do you stay balanced? Oh God, remember, oh God, to whom you belong. How do you stay balanced? Oh God, remember the God that you serve. How do you stay balanced? Remember, oh God, from where your help comes from. How do you stay balanced? Remember, he's your shepherd. He goes out every morning in the field, oh God, and you just have to follow and let him lead. How do you stay balanced? You stay abiding in the word. How do you stay balanced? You seek him for understanding. How do you stay balanced? Oh God, say, God, here I am. Make yourself available. That's how you stay balanced. That's how, oh God, God says through the Holy Spirit, You have to mind your wheat. Oh God, you have to mind your wheat. You cannot, oh God, let this dryness around you stop you. You can't do it. God says through the Holy Spirit, how do you stay balanced? You stay balanced, oh God, by digging through the trash and throwing the trash out of your way. You stay balanced by letting God order your steps and lead you and guide you. That's how you stay balanced right in the middle of change. Don't worry about the weeds. God says, mind the wheat. I don't know who this word was for, but God gave this word to me through the Holy Spirit. He says, the change that's happening will cause you to think that you don't have any wheat. The change that's taking place in your life will cause you to miss your wheat. You will think your wheat is weeds. And he says you will think those who are against you, oh God, are for you. That's why you have to abide in his word and seek him for understanding. And remember that he is the great God I am, that I am. I don't know who this word is for, but I had to pull over and release this word. And I see here, oh God, that the setting on this live is not correct here. It looks like it's not out to the public, but I'll adjust that. I'll change that. That is the enemy. Didn't want me to release this word. I didn't pay attention to that. Now that I'm seeing it, but I'm going to release it the way that God gave it to me. He says, dig through the trash, get past the people and get to your treasure and mind your wheat. You all be blessed.